Hello everybody, Crab here, and welcome. Today we will build this circular storage room, finish building the full train station so it doesn't look like garbage, and build a very gray starter factory so we don't have to have a train bring 13 goddamn resources up to this train station. Now, let us begin. We are starting in the Crater Lake, specifically the second largest lake, which is right here, or the one right next to the waterfall. This is where we're going to be building our storage room, which will be fun because I have a very specific idea in mind, which means we'll probably have beans running around inside of it. That's going to be a great time. This is the blueprint that I'll be using for each storage bin. We have a dimensional depot. I've been saving spheres and the SAM fluctuators. I should have enough to build quite a few of these. I'm planning around 68 of these modules. As you can see, they have this nice little walkway at the end because the plan is to have the water be a centerpiece of this semi-medium-sized storage room. We're going to go around 5 foundations out from this center point, which is the center of the pond, and then we'll be placing a circle of storage bins, and hopefully it'll look pretty cool. It's nothing too special. We have this glass pane up here to add a bit more lighting reflections to the inside of this blueprint to really highlight the dimensional depot, because you cannot see it too well from down here. So when it is dark out, I really want it to be lit up. We have basic concrete pillars. We have a tilted beam right here, so we have lighting on the inside to highlight the storage container a little bit better, a sign to display what the item is, and we're only dealing with 2 storage containers worth of room, and then we depot it. Everything else will just be overflowed into sink systems. This blueprint isn't super complicated or anything, but it's very compact and should work really well. I like how Mr. Bean's just chilling here, having a great time. Anyways, to set up these things, all you have to do is find your center point. You rotate it 2 little thingies, go out 5 meters, grab your blueprint, stab it on there, and then go out 4 meters from your center point and just keep doing that. And after you do a full rotation of everything, you end up with this beautiful boy. We have double layered it, and I've added these new blueprints, which are hallway blueprints. They're very simple. They're just these basic beams, and then we have the small concrete beams, we have railway, and then we have these lights in the ceiling, just to add a little bit of something. This place does look really cool. I love it. We have 64 storage bins in here, so this will be almost enough for every single item. What this means is there will be a few things such as any of the weapons. There will be no storage in here. This will only be for building, and I probably won't have my space elevator part storage in here. That will be somewhere else as well. But all basic things will be stored in here, like iron plates, rods, copper sheets, stuff like that. What we have to figure out now is how to do the roof and the outside bit. We do have a bit of an issue. Over here, we have very little room in between our storage room and our train area, which is what we built last time. Which means 1, I'm probably gonna have to block off this entire entrance. It just will not exist. And 2, I have to have 2 foundations-ish of room in the back here so I can get my belts through this whole thing, so I can put all the items where they're supposed to go, which means we're gonna be right up against this edge. But before the outside, I really do need to figure out what to do with this roof, because I have 0 clue. I have no idea. How am I gonna make a nice roof that's circular? It's hurting my brain thinking about it. So it turns out my brain is absolutely massive. Why would I need to roof this place off when I can just keep it open to the wonderful sky? So what I did is I made this little light blueprint right here. We have light and then some concrete beams going up diagonally. And then we have more concrete beams, which is about 2-meter foundation thick, ramp, and then 2 foundations in. And I gotta say, this looks awesome. Like, at night, this looks amazing, and these lights really do light up this whole place. I was worried that at night this place wouldn't have any light because the only lights are these small ones right here, and then the big ones that are mostly blocked by the dimensional depot. So I was trying to figure out how I would light this place with the ceiling, and this really just looks fantastic. Ignore the big metal pillar in the middle. It'll go away soon. I still haven't blocked off this because I still don't know how I'm going to do staircases to connect each level. I don't know where I'm going to do them. I don't know if I can fit this hallway out towards the train station. It's just stuff I gotta figure out. I finally blocked off this entrance. I just put basic concrete pillars in. Nothing too detailed. I wanted to put something there that wasn't dark because I need to add more light concrete to this place. It's too dark in here. But if we go over here, ignore this for now, we'll look at the outside. Yes, I have been messing around. So we have 7 blueprints to go through. Actually, we have 8 because this is the hallway bit that will lead to the outside. I just haven't put it in yet. But so we've already made a good amount of blueprints for this video, but we now have a few more to go through. We will start off with the basic 2. Our bottom pillar and our bottom, as I call it. These are the ones with the floor, so we can have a nice circular floor down at the foundation of this building. Very simple. Concrete pillars, then we have this line bit, and then for this one, concrete pillars, and then this is stuck out about a half foundation, so we could add a pillar in kind of as a support, and then this is the chrome finish, these pillars right here. Then we have a part 2 of each section. We do have to nudge them in place, but it is basically just an extension. So the lines keep going up, and this closes off this center pillar bit and juts it back out. So when we get to the roof, it can go up. We have these 2 top bits. The one for the pillar juts out a little bit more before going in, and the one for everything else has this inverted ramp to add a little bit of a slope. And after all of that, I needed to connect the roof. So I made this blueprint right here, which uses the brand new stair foundations. These ones are indented on this side because if I had them do the full length on both sides, it would have jutted out too far and looked like garbage. So as you can see here, we only have a little bit of clipping and it doesn't look too terrible. These are all set to 2 matte. I did not want these to glow too much, these billboards, but I think it adds a nice little something to the roof so it's not just this solid wall of concrete. Now, this is a terrible angle to display this because we do have the train tracks in the way, but it does look pretty good. And once we have a walkway circling the bottom and having belts going into this place to deliver all the items, it'll look a whole lot better. So I'm going to complete the rest of this build because I've only done a fourth of it. And after that, we're going to actually work on the train station because I finally decided what to do with it. Now, if you would like to be brutally murdered by a train passing by, we have this nice small pathway right here with a signal in the middle of it. This is the wall for this side of the train station. The other sides will be like actual walls, but this one is going to be a walkway. The reason for that is if we head over here, when it came to the inside of this thing... Oh, this is finished, by the way. Whatever. When it came to the inside of it, the only entrances I could fit are these 3. These, the ones that were heading towards the train station, got shoved into a wall. The ones that head that way got shoved into a cliffside. And the bottom one of this that headed that way got shoved into the ground. So I have 3 access points, and that is it, except for, you know, the big hole in the roof you can just kind of fly into. And if you are enjoying the video so far, please subscribe. You can always just leave later. And so the next thing begins. This is going to be our starter resource factory. So, modular frames, reinforced iron plates, rotors, iron plates, cable, all that's being made in here. We have 3 floors. The first floor I'm calling the smelting floor because we are going to have a line of smelters, and then we are going to have concrete and iron plates being made. The next floor will be everything else that's made in a constructor, and the third floor is going to be these assemblers right here. 2 for reinforced iron plates, 2 for modular frames, and 1 for rotors. We are using the alt rotor recipe, the copper rotor, which uses sheets instead of rods. And while this does look like a concrete slabbed mess, because it is, it will soon look a lot better. Oh wow! It looks the exact same, but with slightly more lighting and detail in. Hooray! We're having a holly jolly fun time. This is going to be a very dark build. So, we're using ourselves the carbon steel finish for our walkways. And then if you look right here, we're using the beautiful Caterium finish on top of that wonderful coated concrete to make the floor where the machines sit. You may be asking, why am I doing this? This doesn't really fit the dark vibe. And the answer is gold. Blueprints are very quite simple. Each one is these tiles of 4, so 4 machines in each blueprint, except for the assemblers. So smelters 4, constructors 4. They have the lights on top, and all the wiring is in this nice, neat line down the middle. Assemblers are basically the exact same thing, except the wiring is a little bit farther back. They have bigger lights, and is only 1 assembler per a blueprint. Now, you may be asking, what is this area for? Because I have all these markers. This is going to be the front. So we are going to have our stairs coming in from right here, leading to the front of the building. And then we have a staircase looping up this side to get through each level. And then on this side, we are going to have item buses. So basically just a lot of conveyor lifts going up and down, giving resources to each floor. All the resources going down from this floor will go down. Any that need to go up will go up to the assemblers. Same thing with this floor right here. All the concrete and iron plates that need to go down will go down, and the iron plates that need to go up will go up. And of course, all the raw iron ingots and copper ingots are going up and all over the place. Now, when it comes to the outside, we're doing something extremely simple. I did not want to do anything complicated. In fact, I tend to overcomplicate my walls, and this building is decently tall. So what we're doing is we're just taking ourselves these big concrete pillars and shoving them up. And then we have these pillar blueprints right here, which are very simple and just go along the side. And then on the inside, we are using the black -5 swatch, which makes it actual black. So, you know, it's real goddamn dark in here. So if you just take some peeksies in this corner, you can see the kind of mood we're set at. Now, of course, we do need to break up this wall. So what I'm going to do is probably add in something to the bottom, and then maybe like a middle strip right here with some lights just to see how that looks. I don't know. It being dark is actually pretty convenient. So I did the outside wall, had this strip of light, just add a little bit of something, did the bottom, which is just concrete, and then the 2-meter ramp just to add a little bit of slope to it. The roof is pretty simple. It's just flat. We have this one overhang, and then these 2 pillars that are right next to this big glass bit right here go all the way across and go down the other side. This big glass bit is our big entrance, so we can add some nice, beautiful sunlight in the morning that will go straight into the factory. When we head on into the inside, we can see, ooh la la, it is dark. That is very intentional. The only light should be on the beautiful working machines when I turn them on. This staircase, I don't know how to feel about it. I think I need to add a light right there because this is just too dark even for me. And of course, I still need to like get the belts in. Funny thing you might notice, there are no machines over here. And the reason for that is I have no machines over here. So I kind of just blocked it off, and we have this big empty dark space where the scary night paralysis demons hang out. But oh my God, are these assemblers so goddamn moody? Look at them. At night, they look like they are going to kill you, and they're just machines. But you do get a good view of what we've built today. The full train station, the storage room, and this glass box. Truly, I am a professional. As you can see, belt work's done. It was a little annoying to do and took me like an hour or two, which is funny because it's a total of like 15 belts, but it was rather annoying to get them all correct. We have our big belt wall right here. This is all of the resources coming down, and these are all the resources going up. It'll go underneath into the ground and across to underneath the train station, and I'll bring it over to the storage room now. But before that, we get to do some fun stuff because I want to turn it on and make sure everything's working correctly, which means we get to go down to the starter factory and demolish it. Oh, what a beautiful sight to behold. It makes me so happy to see my mess. And it makes me even happier to see it no longer existing. Look at this beautiful land where we get to shove the train station. Hooray! These are all of the buckets of resources. But what we get to do now is build a train station. So we have 6 iron nodes right here. I'm only going to be taking 3 of them because I don't need 6 iron nodes. We have 3 copper nodes over there and 2 limestone nodes way back there. Yes, train station time, baby. Look at all the resources being gathered. We will put them in a magical place. Oh, I made the train station. It kind of just finagles itself through here and then shoves itself right in this nice open desert bit, loops back around on the train track and goes up. Booyah. It's currently being loaded with all of the resources. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to go back up there and plug these raw resources into the starter factory and turn it on. Will I ever do anything about these bins? Don't ask me very important questions. I'm not allowed to answer them right now. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty has resources and shall die soon. And what I just said makes 0 sense, but that's okay. I am a lyrical moron. Oh, well, looks like the amount of concrete I need is being made. I am producing 270, which is using 810 limestone. I'm producing 60 of every other base resource, and then we're producing 10 modular frames, 10 rotors, and 10 reinforced iron plates. 25 technically, because we need 15 for the modular frames, but if you look, everything is moving, basically grooving, having a holly jolly time. And so everything starts moving. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so glad I made this wall. It's kind of ugly, but it's cool to see everything move, especially all these goddamn screws. And so the starter factory is technically finished. It is an ugly square box, but that's okay. And I still need to do a little bit of work on the outside and actually connect everything to the storage room, which I'll do later, because I am done with this game right now. It's been many hours. As always, all blueprints are on Patreon. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.